U.S. Senator Joni Ernst was in southeast Iowa today, traveling and also speaking in different counties throughout the Hawkeye State. She stopped in Fort Madison, and that's where she visited the DuPont facility. The senator spoke with employees about what they want to see from their leaders. Ernst says Iowans are losing faith in the federal government.
What I'm hearing from Iowans anyway is that there really does seem to be a couple different systems of justice, because we see President Trump continuously indicted, and as I've looked through the most recent indictment, I don't see a lot of meat there or a lot of substance there. They're going to have a pretty uphill battle proving the claims that are in the indictment.
And she also visited Henry, Des Moines, and Jefferson counties. Meanwhile,